If your faith, your moral beliefs, or your personal convictions conflict with the laws of the land, what do you do? As someone who is passionate about religious freedom and understanding the intersection between faith and law, I've taken a deep dive into the Kim Davis case to provide you with both the legal and biblical perspectives. You'll leave this video with a clearer understanding of the delicate balance between personal convictions and public duty. Please watch to the end. In an increasingly divided world, Christians are often faced with difficult choices. Kim Davis, a county clerk from Kentucky, made her stand in 2015, refusing to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples. Her decision ignited a legal firestorm, and she was jailed for her faith. But was this truly an issue of religious persecution, or was Davis simply defying the law? Today, we're breaking down the facts. We'll look at why Kim Davis refused to comply, the legal ramifications of her decision, what it means for Christians today, and what her case means for religious liberty in the United States. Is religious freedom in danger? Let's get into it. Kim Davis's defiance, a stand for conscience. In 2015, the Supreme Court's decision to legalize same-sex marriage sparked celebrations for some and outrage for others. For Kim Davis, the ruling conflicted with her deeply held Christian beliefs. As a county clerk responsible for issuing marriage licenses, Davis, a practicing Pentecostal Christian, refused to provide them to same-sex couples, citing her faith as the reason. This defiance put her at odds with the law, and soon after, she found herself facing legal challenges and media scrutiny. When asked by a journalist under whose authority she was acting, Davis replied, "Under God's authority." She argued that endorsing these licenses would violate her conscience and deeply held Christian values. Her resistance wasn't just a personal stand. It became a symbol for those who felt their religious liberties were being stripped away. The legal conflict, faith versus law. Kim Davis's case highlights a pivotal issue. Can public servants refuse to perform their duties based on religious beliefs? Her refusal led to a legal battle that went beyond her local county. Davis was eventually jailed after refusing to comply with a federal mandate. Although the plaintiffs originally sought fines against Davis, the presiding judge ruled that monetary penalties would not compel her to comply with the law. Instead, Davis was found in contempt of court and sentenced to jail, a move that instantly made her a symbol of resistance for many who shared her views on religious freedom. The public response was swift and polarized. Many conservatives, including figures like Mike Huckabee and Ted Cruz, rallied behind her, claiming this was an infringement on religious freedom. Huckabee's I'm with Kim campaign called for her immediate release, asserting that no one should be jailed for following their faith. Cruz echoed these sentiments, warning that Davis's case was a harbinger of religious persecution in America. Supporters of marriage equality celebrated her incarceration as a victory for civil rights and the rule of law. Opponents argued that no public official should place personal convictions above the law. So, where do we draw the line? How does the Bible define marriage? The Bible defines marriage as a lifelong covenant and relationship between a man and a woman as established by God. It is a public, voluntary union characterized by faithfulness, sacrificial love, joy, and the display of the relationship between God and His people. Marriage is God's institution, not man's. In Matthew 19, verses 4-6, Jesus quotes Genesis to reinforce the institution of marriage as a spiritual covenant. He then adds, "So they are no longer two, but one flesh." Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. Many people are questioning whether the U.S. is a Christian country. What is your opinion on that? Jailed for her faith, the consequences. Kim Davis spent 6 days in jail, yet she remained resolute in her faith. She believed she was standing up for righteousness, but her decision had serious consequences. Davis was sued by 2 same-sex couples, and in 2023 was ordered to pay $100,000 in damages. Her ongoing legal battles raise a crucial question. Was she a victim of persecution, or did she overstep her legal boundaries? Her attorney, Matthew Staver, pointed out the inconsistency in how conscience rights were treated in other situations. Staver cited a past instance when Kentucky's Attorney General was allowed to step aside from defending marriage laws due to his personal moral beliefs. He argued that Davis was asking for similar accommodations, to have her name removed from the licenses while allowing her deputies to issue them. However, this proposal was dismissed, leaving Davis in a position where complying would still violate her conscience. The fact that the law did not accommodate her convictions was seen by many as a form of religious discrimination. Does the Bible address the issue of compliance with laws? On the matter of compliance with earthly laws, we refer to Matthew 17:24-27, when Jesus and his followers were in Capernaum, and some men who collected the temple tax asked Peter if Jesus paid the tax. Peter said yes, and Jesus asked Peter, "What do you think?" The kings of the earth collect different kinds of taxes. But who pays the taxes? The king's children or others? Peter answered, "Other people pay the taxes." Jesus then told Peter to catch a fish from the lake, open its mouth, and give the coin he found to the tax collectors. The story suggests that Jesus' followers should not offend authorities by withholding taxes. Some have interpreted this to mean that followers of Christ should comply with laws set by those in authority. They point to 1 Timothy 1 verse 9. For the law was not intended for people who do what is right. It is for people who are lawless and rebellious. Many also felt that people should not have to choose between their livelihood and their religious convictions. What are your views on this? What Kim Davis's case means for religious freedom. The Kim Davis case isn't just about one woman's defiance. It's a landmark in the debate over religious liberty in America. Should Christians be forced to violate their beliefs in order to uphold laws that contradict their faith? Or should her deputies, who were willing to issue the licenses with their names on it, be allowed to do so instead? Is there a way to balance public duty and personal conscience? Her supporters believe that if public officials like Davis are punished for adhering to their religious beliefs, it could signal a broader trend of marginalizing people of faith in public life. This case will likely influence future legal battles over religious rights, especially in the public sector. A defining moment for religious liberty. Kim Davis's story is a reminder of the challenges Christians face in modern America. Her legal battle is a defining moment in the ongoing conflict between religious convictions and legal mandates in the U.S. While her refusal to issue marriage licenses drew widespread condemnation from some quarters. It also inspired countless Americans who believe that no one should be forced to choose between their job and their faith. The lasting impact of her case underscores the need for a society that respects both the rule of law and the freedom of conscience, ensuring that both can coexist in a truly just and inclusive democracy. Her case may be over, but the questions it raised will continue to impact religious freedom in the years to come. What would you have done if you were in Kim Davis's position? Let us know your response in the comments section below. As believers, we must stay informed and involved in these crucial discussions. The future of religious liberty depends on it. Thank you for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe for more Christian news, inspiration, devotions, Bible studies, and debates. Join the conversation in the comments below to let your opinion be known.